Alright, hello, my name is Nicholas Pulling, and this is the explanation video for UtPL Gameplay Demonstration Video 1. Let's get into it. So what we're seeing here is just the onboarding, the how to download the playable game for new game testers, new developers, people who just want to see it, just to get the general idea of how long it takes to load, what they need to do in order to play it. All right, here once they actually begin to play, there are a few things going on in the background that I want to talk about. There is the situation controller, which controls what the situation the player is in, the input controller, as well as the input manager. So for these first two situations, it's the null situation. And I know that because as soon as it's that sort of situation, that sort of thing is dictated by the widgets that are on the screen. I use the widgets to determine what situation the player is in. I use four main forms of situation: the null, gameplay, menu, and cinematic. This, despite its appearance, is not the cinematic, it is the null, because the player won't be able to do anything in these widgets. This is the first menu, and it is a very restrained menu. It only allows for one input, one button, that being the information from the controller. Press the A button. If no input is detected, it goes to the looping cinematic. If no input is still not detected, it goes into it breaks out of the looping cinematic back to the splash page. The reason why you're seeing that white square pop up in and out is actually showing that the situation is no longer null, that the system is now accepting input. So how the input works is the player uses their controller to get in the input, all the different buttons, all the different faces, the joysticks, the shoulders, the triggers. All that is set up to register one kind of input or another based off of how long the player is holding the button, time between pressing the button, all that nice information. Once that information is input, it gets converted into usable data, basically setting different variables. I used a actor component to save that just to keep everything modulated and self-contained. Once that sets the right variables, that then sends it to the situation manager, which routes that message to where it needs to go. Either the character, the master widget, or nowhere if it's null.